Welcome. Afternoon game. It is about 2:38. And my broadcast partner just pulled a wood tick off of him up here in the confines of the booth at the Luck Ball Field.
First one of the year.
First tick of the year. We're just about ready to go here with Bruce facing Luck in the final game of today's little tournament action, invitational tournament.
Kind of ticked me off.
Ooh. I'm trying to get the Bruce lineup names entered in my scorebook here.
The last game, St. Croix Central defeated Bruce 15-5 in 5 innings. So we've had a couple of 10 runners. Actually, 15 after 4. For the first game, Luck was defeated.
And then we had a little JV game.
Yeah, that was kind of fun. It was nice to see.
Well, for those kids, that's a special deal for them.
And you know what I liked most, Marty, is the varsity kids were at first base, coaching. They met them between innings with high fives, and it was kind of neat that they gave them that much attention.
Yeah, that's. And they're playing at their own level. They're not being asked to play up at a level that maybe might be a little bit challenging for them and a little intimidating. So, opportunity for those younger kids to get some game experience. You can practice all you want, but nothing beats being out on the field.
As you can probably hear, it's a bit windy.
First pitch. Wyatt Jensen on the mound. That's Minton Isaac, second baseman wearing number 11.
I think it's Isaac Minton.
Isaac Minton?
Yeah, he said he didn't know how to spell the last name, but...
Okay.
So that's why I was blank. I thought, well, that's not that difficult.
Pitch is low. Brad Cody, the coach of the Bruce Raiders. Brad and I have crossed paths in the recent history of basketball coaching. He coached the girls' basketball team over there for a number of years. Pop-up foul. Out of play.
I was told between games or meandering around that the two umpires are relations to Trent Strappen.
Really? Interesting. And is Trent still in school up at Hayward? Ball 4.
I know he was helping out the team. He was their pitching coach.
Really?
Yeah, for a while, so.
So Bruce opens with a walk. Isaac Minton, or Minton Isaac, as the case may be. Gerber, Sawyer Gerber. That's a good, solid Bruce name.
No kidding.
Left-handed batter playing center field. 55-foot curveball. And the runner is safe at second on a wild pitch.
Didn't give Levi much of a chance there.
They'll have a discussion about that tonight at the supper table, probably.
I just hope they don't start fighting out there, you know.
Fouled ball at the plate.
Well, it's usually around the plate, so I don't anticipate a lot of walks.
1-1. Runner on second. Nobody out. Top of the first inning. Swing and miss. Whoa. He likes to show off that arm. Of course, when you got an arm like that, you might as well show it off, I guess. Down to first baseline. Riley Runnels unassisted.
It moves the runner to third, though, so it's a good piece of hitting, especially if you're in the major league. That's what they talk about, get that guy to third.
And that's another thing I think the Brewers need to work on is hitting the ball to the right side of the infield to move that runner over.
Is it just that much into the home runs nowadays, these guys?
Yeah. Kevin Brockman playing shortstop for the Raiders. Ball 1.
Remember Lou Brockman for the Cardinals, center fielder?
Yeah. Lou Brock. Wasn't that famous Ernie Broglio trade? Was that goes back to Cubbies regretting that forever? Luke
Yeah,
Rock?
that could be.
No, that was Kurt Flood.
Yeah,
Kurt Flood, Ernie Broglio.
Kurt Flood, the guy that started the union.
Yeah. Free agency. Another ball.
He kind of opened up the flood doors there.
Steve Reich.
2 outs. Runner at third. Top of the first.
1 out.
Well, they better. 1 out.
Will, you knew what you were talking about.
I did when I looked at my book.
He had it. No question.
I thought the guy struck out a pitch earlier, but they gave him 4 strikes, I guess.
Left-handed batting, Connor Chikalski, playing left field, number 18 for the Raiders. Up next, batting cleanup. Runner at third. Foul ball down the third baseline.
Another thing I like about these umpires, boy, I don't care if it's a Little League game or a varsity game, they make the kids feel important. I mean, they call it like it's a World Series game, and I like that.
You bet. Out of the stretch. Jensen to Jensen. Took a little bit off that. Little breaking pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Way ahead in the count here. 2 strikes. No balls. 2 men out. Nice stop.
I wonder how come the field ump didn't take his chest protector off.
You can ask him that, then.
Oh, right up the middle.
Right back through the box. Base hit, RBI.
Well, they just gotta, they're gonna score eventually. So I mean, you just want to hold it down to, maybe one run instead of opening up the floodgates like have happened.
Well, there's that leadoff walk. How many times do you see that leadoff hitter? Coming to the plate, number 19.
He's the catcher.
Kurt Schaefer.
Mom's at the shop. He got a pretty good arm on him, too.
This guy's built like the prototypical catcher.
Yes, isn't that the truth?
He's got broad shoulders, big kid.
Yes.
Wyatt Jensen falls behind. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Top of the first. Bruce with 1 run in and a runner on first. There's a called strike.
The one thing with luck pitchers, it seems like they always get the 2 strike count on them and just can't finish it off most of the time.
Second base. Take the force out. Fielder's choice.
4-6. Well, they kept the damage down.
Absolutely. Got a couple of hits just 1 hit. 1 hit and the base on ball. Opening batter walk.
And a wild pitch.
All right. You can talk about our lineup. I'm trying to get the lineup in here for the Zach Ladwick.
Well, we know that Wyatt Jensen's pitching. He's also leading off. Gage Johansson, the shortstop, I'll tell you, he's been flashing his leather of late. Levi Jensen, who supports a gun for an arm. Riley Runnels, Mr. Grand Slam, they call him. Got a Grand Slam the other night. Derek Hendrickson threw out a runner at home plate. That would have been the winning run in the 7th inning, so that was huge. Dominic Caroon, kind of Mr. All Around. He's playing third base, and at times he can really flash the leather. Merlin Hibbs, who pitched well, throws strikes, but he'll be in center field today. And Eder is the second baseman, and he just made that last play, did a nice job. And then in right field is Jared Hutton, and he'll be batting 9th for the Cardinals. I think they need to just make a little bit more contact on the bottom of the order and put the ball in play.
Either that or take a few pitches and maybe work a walk to get on base. They need to put some ducks out on the pond, some cardinals out on the bases.
Because their first three hitters are about as good as you're going to get. I mean, they can hit the ball.
Jensen, Johansson, and Jensen.
Runnels and Hendrickson, they're very sporadic. Boy, when they're on, and when they're off, they're off. Good job by the Luck Cardinals team and coaching staff on the field. Turned it over quickly. This will be the fourth game on it today, so looks good. And then they play here Monday, if I'm not mistaken.
Unity.
Unity.
I got Unity on my calendar.
So I'm sure we'll be here that night.
I went home and looked. Yes, we will be here. 5 o'clock ball game.
That should be interesting. If the Paulson kid pitches, we're in trouble. If anybody else pitches, we got a good chance. They're a good team when Nick Paulson pitches. And then after that.
Starting off with a single up the middle. That's a good way to start the action. Wyatt Jensen, singles.
He likes to get up there and bat. No doubt about that.
Not up there to read a book. He's up there to swing a bat.
He'll do whatever he can to get on base. I mean, take a walk, get hit by a pitch, swing the bat.
On the mound for the Raiders is Brady Gauthier. Brady is a junior. Pitch to Gage Johansson is high, ball one. A lot of signal flashing going on in here. I don't know if that means steal. I don't know if it means bunt. I don't know what it means. It means steal.
And I'll tell you what, he got a very, very good jump. And the throw is way high.
Yeah, he had that base stolen from the get-go.
Yeah, what a jump. I mean, he had a running start, and the pitcher still had the ball.
Bruce comes into this game, actually, based on into Saturday with an 8-1 record. And obviously they lost to St. Croix Central in the earlier game, but they're in first place in East Lakeland.
And that's the situation too. You don't know if everybody's here. You know, it's like Dawson Van Meter's at a motorcycle class today.
No, there you go. See, that's
and so
Saturday conflicts.
Yep.
Pitch is high.
And good for him that he's taking that motorcycle safety class and taking it serious.
Gauthier is really in a hole here against Johansson. 3 balls, no strikes. And he walked him on 4 straight. Cardinals with runners on first and second, nobody out, and Levi Jensen.
They need to get a good rally going, you know, one of these nickel and dimes. They had 2 players thrown out at the plate yesterday and lost by a run.
Yeah. Levi, during the JV game, was spending time in the batting cage, hitting off the tee, so I'm sure he's amped up and ready to go. Ball 1 outside. Riley
Runnels was the first base coach. And I think Gage Johansson was the leading cheerleader in the dugout. It was awesome to see those guys meet and greet those JV kids. That's a solid hit.
Found some green out there. Going to score a run. And Levi drives in little brother Wyatt for the first run on the Cardinals' afternoon performance.
And it was hit so hard that Gage could only get to second base.
That was a shot. Got out there quickly. Still nobody out. Runners on first and second. And Riley Reynolds, number 13, first baseman.
The bad news is, Marty, the infield fly rule is now in effect.
Well, he's going to hit the ball down. He pulls it. He's a pull hitter. If I remember last year,
And there it is.
as Johansson scores.
And there comes Levi.
And Levi testing the arm out on that first baseman.
He is a gutsy base runner.
Yeah.
He's going to make you make the play on him. There's no doubt about that. Coach not happy.
Riley now sitting on second base on the throwing error to the home plate. Cardinals
E5.
put up 3 runs here without an out. That's
unusual.
Well, in the words of my boss one summer when I painted houses in college, that's more gooder.
Yeah, more gooder than the next, I guess.
That's right. That's more gooder. Joe Wojcik. He was a character. Well, Derek, there's a teammate out there on second base. Nobody out.
Get him home is what you're saying?
Why not?
Switch places? He dropped the ball.
He dropped the ball. Called him safe. He dropped the ball.
Well, that's going to be an E also.
That's an E6.
2 quick E6s, or E5s.
I'm sorry, E5. You're right. So actually, that was probably a fielder choice for Derek, but he's on first and a runner on third, and still nobody out.
I thought maybe they'd have Riley running and make him make some plays.
Dominic Caroon at the plate, number 15.
Not a real big lead.
Call strike.
Three 3-1 in the bottom of the first.
Gauthier working out of the stretch. Pitch is low. Ball 2. 2-1. Nobody out. Runners at the corner for the Cardinals. Ooh, way ahead of that.
Way ahead and way above.
I think that was a little bit of a breaking ball. Swung over the top.
2-2.
Put it in play. Put it in play.
Gonna be a tough play. Ooh.
Caroon hustling down that line.
Got a run in. And also Hendrickson to second.
I like Dom's hustle on that, though. He was burning down the line.
Well, you know,
made a close play out of it.
Well, that and you hurry the throw maybe. The guy sees him in the back of your mind. You try to hurry it, and that's how you cause errors. So.
Merlin Hibbs, center fielder, wearing Mickey Mantle's number 7.
Wasn't there a guy from the Twins, like a mower or a mower?
Oh, there was a car dealership.
No, there's
Up
a
the
base
middle.
hit.
Up the middle. Stop sign is up. Coach Humple cuts off the attempt to get home for Hendrickson. We got runners at the corner. We're still cooking here. Hibbs took the ball up the middle for a base hit. Braden Eder. I've been calling him Eder. I apologize, Braden. Mr. Zenzen up here corrected me with the pronunciation key that I don't have.
Now, was he the
Eder.
Was he the pitcher for the JV game? He did
Yeah.
a nice job. He threw strikes.
Eder.
The outfield had a little problem with fly balls, but Ader did good.
Call strike 1 on Braden. Looking down to Coach Humple. Are we going to put a little bunt down here? No. He rips one. Left fielder. Looks like we're going to score a run here. Get down, get down, get down.
He got in.
Whew, whew. That was too close.
Well, good job by Coach Humble getting them to tag and getting them in. So there was a sacrifice fly for Eder.
Eder. As in long A now.
I'm going to A, long.
A. And that brings the ninth hitter to the plate for the Cardinals. Jared Hutton.
Hutton.
Ball is low and outside. 2 outs. 5 runs in for the Cardinals. Good start.
Yeah, they need an inning like this.
Just foul of the third baseline. Hibbs was off on a steal attempt, or maybe a hit and run. Hit and run. I never could figure out if it was a hit and run or if it was a run and hit.
We're in the bottom of the first, and the Cardinals have 5 runs in already. It's 5-1. Luck beating the Bruce Raiders. Red Raiders, I believe.
Ball is low. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Hutton looks at the ball. Good discipline at the plate for Jared.
3-1.
Count is 3-1, says Blue behind the plate. Whoa, I think he's going to beat it. How are you going to score that, Coach?
That's a line drive right to you.
You think that's an E5?
It'll be his third of the inning. I do. I mean, they don't get much easier than that.
Okay. Hit him at spot. Hit him right in the glove. And here we go. We got to move Luck's first inning over there into the next space.
Well, it must have been faster than I thought because it knocked the guy off, made him stagger.
It was a well-hit ball. I mean, Jared did a nice job getting around on that. We got Wyatt Jensen back at the plate, who singled and scored. Called strike 1-1. The count against Wyatt, who's on the mound here for the last game of the day.
Which means Gage will be pitching on Monday.
I think that probably sounds about right.
It's tough with all these rainouts, cold and snow, that there's just not enough arms when you got to go.
Well, that's the thing. You've got those pitch counts and you've got those mandatory rest days. Had a good rip.
Yeah, he doesn't get cheated on his swings at all up there, Wyatt.
Fouled it off. That wind you hear is whistling through my ear. In one ear, out the other. Another fouled off.
Is that going to get the white car?
No. Across the street. Count is full. I'm going to be moving on the pitch. We got 2 runners out there. And away they go. And away he goes. Center fielder.
And then they make a nice catch like that.
Line drive caught by the center fielder. Ends inning number 1 for the Cardinals, but not before they push across 5 runs and take a 5-1 lead over the Bruce Red Raiders.
Well, a good inning, and it's an inning that the Daubers needed for Luck.
Yeah, that's right. I'm going to ask you, who is the leadoff hitter? I've got Chris. That's all I've got in my scorebook for the leadoff hitter.
That's all I got, too.
All right, so it's Chris. And I have nothing on my thing here that looks like a Chris, so we're just going to call him Chris.
No, it's not.
And I thought the catcher batted already, and he's listed as a catcher. There's 2 catchers.
I think I put the second guy in right field because you're right. Well, let's see what. Oh, that's right. They're not catching now. So the head coach does not coach third base. Is that correct?
That's Brad going down to third. That's Brad right there.
Oh, yeah. And the bird got in the...
That's so when I'm out hunting with my kids, we can text back and forth and
Oh, that's good thinking. Not scare the animals.
Yeah. A couple of years ago, Heidi and I were texting back and forth, and she says, there's a little doe coming across the field. I says, well, maybe he'll bring a boyfriend with him. And about 2 seconds later, kabang, she texted back, yes, she did. Buck down. Left-handed batter, Chris. Position unknown. Wearing number 2 on his uniform.
Not by any chance Kurt did. No, it's truly a Chris.
I'm wondering, Brady Gauthier is listed as number 2 on the roster sheet that I have, but he's also listed as number 1 on the lineup card. So please excuse our ignorance here.
In the coach's writing. And I'm going to give you, and it wasn't the head coach that filled out the lineup card either.
Left-handed batter. I don't know, as a right-handed pitcher, did you think it was advantageous to put left-handers in the lineup against right-handed pitching, or didn't it make a lot of difference at this level?
No, I didn't think so.
Ooh.
David Lesky could hit anybody. Left, right.
Swing and a miss. Gets the first second strikeout of the game for Wyatt.
It's always good to get that leadoff batter.
Ladwig, Zach Ladwig, number 25. Plays first base for Bruce. First pitch is a ball. Pitch is low.
Levi, he likes to frame pitches.
Well, I think a catcher can really help your pitcher out by doing that. There's no question at the major leagues it works, so why wouldn't it work here?
And you can even see them move their glove a little bit.
Yeah, they're always... Count goes to 3-1. One out. Top of inning number 2. There's a solid strike. Count goes full. 3-2.
The bat hasn't left his shoulder, so I'd groove one. Oh, boy.
Whoa.
Levi left it there for him to take a second look.
Take a look. This looks pretty good here, Blue. He thought otherwise. Base on balls. And Drew Schaefer, third baseman.
He's had a rough start.
He had a rough inning in the field last inning. Hoping to redeem himself at the plate here. First pitch is a ball.
They're taking some nice pitches.
Swing and a miss.
Kind of a looping uppercut swing. Yeah.
He went.
Didn't even have to ask Dad for help.
That was clearly a swing. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner on first. And Wyatt steps off. Does a little massage work on the baseball. Outside. 2-2.
So I took my grandsons out to the home run field out there in Pine Trees on 6 balls.
Wow.
5 baseballs and a softball.
Oh.
Pretty much all waterlogged.
Yeah. 3-2, count is full. Wyatt looks in, gets a sign from Big Brother. And I called strike 3. Nice pitch.
Well, they're not swinging the bat up there for Bruce. And so all you really got to do is throw strikes.
And this is a designated hitter, number 12, Dan something or other.
You just got Dan.
He's our DH. So
Dan the man.
Dan is DHing and Chris is playing somewhere. We're not sure where right field. So we've got a couple of we're on first name basis with some of those kids. Ball 1, first pitch. Ball 2. 2 outs, runner on first. Top half of the second inning. Bruce down 5-1 to the Luck Cardinals. Little looper.
And it falls in.
Finds some green out there.
Kind of like a Bermuda Triangle area.
Just hit far enough over the shortstop's head. Gage couldn't get to it. The left fielder and center fielder couldn't get to it. Well placed hit.
Yeah, Gage made a good effort. Would have been over the shoulder catch.
Isaac Minton. Nice stop. Levi again playing the role of backstop as well as catcher. Wyatt into the stretch and the pitch. Another stop.
His brother's getting even with him. I can hit you here for you can't retaliate. There's 2 outs, 2 on. Second inning.
Good pitch. Good comeback. 2-1 count. Ball is high.
Got him.
He's out. He is picked off.
2-6.
2-6 ends the inning.
That's kind of embarrassing, Marty.
And that'll put him back at the plate, won't it? Isaac will come back. So.
Yeah, he'll lead off the third. That was a good shutdown inning.
That was a good shutdown inning. And so, despite putting a couple of runners on board at the lower part of the lineup, they wind up getting their second base runner picked off by a strong arm throw by Levi Jensen.
Well, the one thing that Coach Humble can look forward to is he's got his first 4 batters in the batting order back for next year.
How good is that, huh?
You got a catcher like Levi coming back, you just got to be salivating.
Let's see. Johansson, Gage, who walked in the first inning and scored a run. Gage will be leading off for the Cardinals here in inning number 2.
5-0 lead. The Cards. No, 5-1. As Bruce started out, their first man scored, and we thought, oh no, not again. But they shut the door on them and came back and got 5 of their own.
Gage looks like he's lost a little weight. Or maybe he's just wearing a big uniform, a larger uniform. He looks slim and trim. Ooh, ducks away from an inside pitch, ball 1.
You know what I do when I gain some weight, Marty? Buy bigger pants.
I think that's probably a pretty good idea.
Now I buy the ones with the little stretchy elastic.
Yeah, there you go. Built in.
Yeah, that way I can gain an inch or two in the waist and not have to buy new pants.
Gage looking for something to hit here. And he got it.
Boy, he looked good.
He got it.
Ooh,
It's off the wall.
I don't know if it was a kid that hit the fence or the ball that hit the fence.
It was the ball. It hit right at the top of the fence. I was watching it. He just missed hitting a home run. We'll give him a double on that.
That one I thought was out more than I did last night's.
Yeah.
Because I kind of watched him swing, and he really put a good effort in the swing.
Levi Jensen steps to the plate with a fellow teammate out there at second base. High, ball one. Yeah, that was very close to going out.
He put a lot into it on that swing.
Humple's Hammers looking to
Kind of rebound.
put him out. Foul. Don't think Levi's got anything in mind but driving in that runner on second.
Yep. And that's a good goal to have. The third batter is supposed to be your best hitter in any league.
Call the ball. 2-2. Here in the home half of inning number 2. Cardinals up 5-1 over Bruce.
Boy, that's high.
Popped up. Where is it?
Ooh.
Whoa.
Right behind that.
Whoa.
He had the hands up. That would have kind of hurt his hands. Or his head.
More so his head, I think. They call that a hard ball for good reason. Ooh. A little bit of out in front of that pitch.
Yeah, he's a little impatient right now. He wants to get that run home.
Gothier looks in, gets a sign.
Took a little off that, so it must have been a little spinner.
That would have been a hard one for me to lay off of. That was a breaking ball that really didn't do a whole lot. Fastball, ball 4.
Good at bat by Levi.
Good patience.
Yep.
Good discipline.
Falling off a lot of good pitches and then drawing the walk.
2 runners aboard for Reynolds. Number 13.
Nobody out. Another good situation, but that means the infield fly rule is now in effect.
Dennis's all-time favorite rule in any sport. Ball 1 to Riley. Riley reached on an error in the first inning and scored the 4th run of the inning for Luck.
Luck could really break it open here.
Yeah, it would be nice to see them just kind of sprint away from. We got people stealing. Get on. He's in. Double steal executed to perfection. Puts Gage at third and puts Levi at second.
Guess what, Marty?
You think?
Infield fly rule's off.
Oh, I'm thinking we got a squeeze play here.
Well, if you do, it better be a safety squeeze today.
I was thinking you were going to say, well, you know, Coach Humble really likes to squeeze. Oh, hit by pitch.
Oh boy, now the infield fly rule's back in play. And Henry comes up. Derek Hendrickson
scored in the first inning for the Cardinals. One of the 5 Cardinals to touch home plate. Rips that one up the middle. Boy, that was swell. We're going to get 2 off of this one. Derek comes through in a big way with a 2 RBI single right back up the middle. That ball was hit crisply.
Yeah, no cheapie on that one.
Still nobody out. Ball 1. Dominic Caroon grounded out last time up. Grounded out to the second baseman. Second baseman's kind of cheating over to Riley there. There's a big hole between first and second. Ooh, that was a little high.
That's what Dominic thought too. Look back at the ump. There's a nice bunt down. This is going to be a tough play. Oh, and he made a nice play. First base.
First
nice
baseman
catch.
did a great job.
That'll be a sacrifice.
Moves Riley to third. And Derek resides at second. So we sacrificed an out, and we got runners at second and third. No more infield fly rule, Dennis.
No.
We're off the hook. 1 out. Merlin Hibbs up. Coming home. Out at the plate. Reynolds tagged at the plate.
Well, they have a new third baseman.
5-3.
5-2.
5-2, I'm sorry. Yeah, fielder's choice for Merlin. I'll get these numbers figured out by the 15th of May. 8 are in. Braden.
Gonna try to get another run.
Sacrificed.
They'll let him go.
What is that called? Catcher
Indifference.
indifference?
But that would be a stolen base, I believe.
So we got Merlin
At
down
second.
there at second. We got Derek down here at third. And we got Braden Ader. High pitch. Shortstop.
Yeah, that's first baseman.
Another good stretch over there. 6-3. And that ends the inning as the Cardinals play 2 runs. And so after 2 complete innings of play, it's the Cardinals 7 and the Bruce Red Raiders 1.
Another successful inning, I would say, anytime you score runs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got to be a long day for those umpires. They've each done 2 behind the plate.
We move to the top of the third inning, and we will move back to the top of the Bruce lineup. Isaac Minton was at the plate when Zach Ledwick got picked off of second base by the rifle arm toss from Levi Jensen. Threw behind him and picked him off.
It's a good thing you got a shortstop that can really catch the ball and engage, because he's scooping it, short hopping it, slapping the tag on him.
They've been doing this a while, the two of them.
Yes, they have.
Probably since about T-ball, maybe.
I was going to say, yeah. Well, again, it's important for Wyatt to come and shut him down. And that's a base hit.
As we speak, shut him down, base hit between short and third. Sawyer Gerber, center fielder. Batting left-handed, grounded unassisted to first base, his first time up.
Whoa, fly
trouble,
deep.
trouble.
He was playing shallow.
Hit the fence.
Wow. That was a good hustle out there by Hutton to get to that ball and get it in quickly.
Without a run scoring.
Runners on second and third, nobody out.
He was playing shallow, but even if he was playing normal depth, I don't think he'd have got to it.
No, I don't believe that ball was well hit. Brockman, the shortstop, steps in, struck out his first time up. First pitch is low and outside, ball one. Swing and a miss.
Missed that by a mile.
Ball two.
When Wyatt pitches, he puts his whole body into it. Brotherly love at the mound. Everybody stays back.
Levi doing a little work on the mound there. A little groundskeeping work.
Is that what he was doing? I thought he was showing him how to tap dance.
Oh, just assumed he was filling in the holes. Straight up.
Well, I didn't think that was out of play at first. That was a long ways out of play.
Yes, it was.
I think the wind's got a little bit to do with it.
I agree.
I see the right fielder throwing some grass, kind of checking to see which way it's going.
Brockman steps in there. 2-2 is the count. Count goes full.
There is room for him.
Swing and a miss.
Big strikeout.
That was huge. Swing and strike.
Going from a bases loaded, nobody out, to one out, still second and third.
Brings Chikalski to the plate, left fielder. Had an RBI. The only RBI, obviously, for the Raiders in inning number one. Singled up the middle. Chikalski swings and misses at that first pitch.
Looked like it was a bit low, almost in the dirt.
Yeah, he sees those two ducks out there, and he's a little bit excited too. He's their number 4 hitter, so he figures he's got to.
It's his job, clean the bases, clean up hitter.
back, straight back.
Now there's that 2 strikes on him again.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of inning number 3. Bruce threatening with runners on second and third.
Oh, and he boots it.
And a run scores. I
think his head was up looking to see where his play was.
You going to score that at E6?
I am.
Okay.
That's what he gets for making good plays, you know.
You expect them. Schaefer, Kurt, catcher. First time at bat, the fielder's choice. Wow, that's in a gap. Whoa.
Or caught very nicely.
Holy shnikey. That was a nice play out there by Mr. Hutton. He was, and I think the wind took that. It was kind of slicing toward the foul line, and he...
Well, I'd have bet against him catching it when it took off the bat, because it was, like you say, hit hard and slicing, and with the wind factor.
Drives in a run. Third run of the game as Sawyer Gerber scores.
I think they'll be happy with that, because if he misses it...
Yeah.
You're really in trouble.
So the batter known as Chris. Two balls, no strikes. 2 outs. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Count goes to 3-1.
Levi told him to get it down. He gestured with his glove. Get it down. See if little brother listens.
Yes, he did. A comebacker for out number 3.
1-3, and that's the end of the second.
Third.
Third.
So that's the halfway through the third.
Yeah.
Bruce scores twice in the third inning and cuts the Cardinal lead to 7-3. Luck 7, Bruce 3. Cardinals coming to bat in the third inning.
And their order is 9-1-2. 9 batter, and then the top of the order. They have been productive thus far. With the first 5 batters scoring once, and the second and third batters, Johansson and Jensen, each scoring twice.
That's why they're at the top of the order.
Yep. Got to fill in some of the bottoms there. They've got a couple half-filled base diamonds.
Right fielder Jared Hutton.
Did you get a nap in, Marty?
Yes, I did. All I have to do is sit down and lazy boy, and I don't need a whole lot of encouragement.
Well, I looked around, and the only good place was under the bleacher, and I thought, no. Otherwise, if I had a vehicle here, I went and laid in the vehicle for a while, but...
Just a little snooze, about a 15-minute.
What is it when you get our age that you gotta always take a nap or doze off? And boy, I had a hard time. What night was it? Was it the night before the Brewers? No, it was the Brewers were on. I couldn't stay awake. I fell asleep in the. I think the last out was made, and I might have been sleeping before they finished shaking hands.
Jared Hutton, right fielder for the Cardinals.
Oh.
Trouble?
Well, he gets a new life.
Foul ball. First baseman unable to garner that foul.
Well, the Bruce pitcher has not had a lot of help. That's one that probably should have been caught. It would have been a nice catch and all, but how fun is it to lay in bed and watch the Brewers and the Bucks?
Yeah, the Bucks played well again last night.
Boy, did they ever. Could you imagine if Brogdon was still healthy?
Yeah. Have you ever had plantar fasciitis by any chance?
I have not.
It's not fun. It is not fun.
I always thought that was just a plantar's wart.
Yeah, I had it many, many moons
Is
ago.
it like a stress fracture in your foot? Or?
No, it's connective tissue that starts tearing, and the pain in the morning is just unbelievable. You just have a hard time getting up and walking on it. It feels like a bruised heel. That's what I thought I had. I had gone home and spent a week or two working on my brother's house. My one brother was building a house for the other brother. So I was back in Wasaki, and we were up and down ladders, and I just assumed it was because I was wearing work boots, and ooh, that was nasty. And for me, it was orthotics. I had to get some custom orthotics. Once I got my orthotics, I was able to recover.
Well, Hutton draws a walk on it.
Good discipline up there, Jared. We'll take that.
He fouled off a couple pitches, even one kind of deep to left even. So good job. Good bat by Jared Hudson. Hey, whoever makes a good play in the inning, they always lead off.
Here we are, huh?
It's too bad he didn't get that third out, because that was a heck of a catch.
Wyatt Jensen, who has singled, scored, and then lined to center field. He's 1 for 2 with a run scored. Wyatt drawing the pitching duties here for.
There's a Wyatt Jensen who's got 3 more years here. You would just think, Frederick people, please come and help these guys out.
He's safe. Second baseman had a hard time handling it.
And then threw high.
Yep.
So an error on the second baseman. But they're going to take it, whether you want them to or not, Marty.
You know it. Well, Gage, let's go back and get that home run that you just missed last time. Gage has walked and scored and doubled off the top of the fence and scored. He's 1 for 1 officially with 2 runs in.
As long as he's making connection where he's not trying for the home run and swinging and missing, he's swinging the bat hard, and he's making contact with it. 0-2.
2 pitches in exactly the same location, right on that outside corner.
And he's either got to take those to right, or he's going to ground out if he tries to pull it. So I got my foot stuck in this stool.
Gauthier misses high and outside. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out in the Luck 3rd inning.
Because I'm not going to bore you with infield fly rule anymore. I
bore pretty easily. I get bored pretty easily. That's why I'm so good at napping.
All right, everybody's going to move up.
There's a wild pitch. Gets back to the screen. And now, what do we know about that infield fly rule?
Nope, it's off.
It's gone.
I know Luck would like to get the 2 runs that Bruce scored back.
Yeah. This is the guy that can do it, there's no question. Outside. Count goes full. 3-2. Runners on second and third. Nobody out. Home half of inning number 3.
Boy, that's deep to right center. But it is caught.
Boy, he caught it, but it's going to result in a run.
Hutton comes around to score. So we finally got a colored box in the
Bottom
of the
part of the
order.
lineup, you bet. Wyatt goes to third after tagging up. Was it the center fielder that caught that
No,
one?
it was the right
Right fielder. Levi steps in with 1 out.
Gage must be a lot stronger than he looks. I mean, he's a strong kid, and he's not like bulging biceps or anything, but he's just a strong kid.
It might not be Leo Chanel, but
Right.
he'll do.
Levi would like to keep the circles going here.
Levi is officially 1 for 1. He singled in the first, and then he walked in the second. Both times scored 2 runs to his credit, and he surely would like to pick up his little brother down there at third. Ooh, catcher made a good stop on that one.
He likes to be on the bases because he likes to make it happen. Sometimes they're great choices and sometimes not. But
He definitely is aggressive on the base pass. There's no question about that.
good patience as he draws the walk.
I think we're going to see him in action here. If I were a betting man.
First pitch.
Riley checking down as Coach Humple flashes a multitude of signs, both to Riley and to Levi. There goes Levi.
Not even a throw.
Jensen brothers at second and third with one out.
Well, nice base hit. I guarantee Levi will score.
Last time up, Riley got hit by a pitch and reached on an error his first time up and scored a run. He was actually thrown out at the plate his last time. Made out trying to score.
Catcher's getting a workout now.
Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Look at this. We're going to score on a throwback to the pitcher.
And just a bad throw to the pitcher. Is that E2 or was it on the pitcher?
I'm saying it was the catcher. I mean, he probably could have caught it, but I think it's the catcher's job to get it back there. Levi stays at second. Wyatt scores.
That's because the ball, he could have picked it up and gave it to the pitcher.
On the errant throwback. Boy, those are heartbreakers.
Hair pullers for the coaches.
What the heck is going on out here, according to Vince Lombardi? Hey. Wow.
And his aggressive base trying to fly ball to left and he tags.
That was well hit. I was within hailing distance of the fence back there. Levi tags and gets to third. Riley almost put it out.
Second out.
Two outs, runner on third. We got the two back. And Derek Hendrickson steps in. Derek has scored one run for the Cardinals. Last time up, he had a single which drove in 2 runs. So
He could be the RBI king here if he gets another one. Base hits the run.
Swing and a miss.
Got to keep that back foot planted. That's where he gets his strength.
2 balls and a strike.
And he hits the ball as hard as anybody when he hits it.
Oh, right through the 5-hole.
Well, actually, it's through the wickets because the 5-hole, they're thinking you got third baseman.
Okay. I'm using hockey here for Zen Zen. I want to use an expression that he might be familiar with.
So is Zen his last name and then Zen his first name? And Zen Zen?
Karoon Dam, third baseman. Steps in there. Dam was credited with a sacrifice last time up.
Way ahead of it.
Ball 1, strike 1, 2 outs. Runner on first. Cardinals have plated 3 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Wow.
Not only did they get the run back, they added one. And now the air on the pitcher.
Wow,
Oh, base hits, probably another run.
with 2 outs, you got to believe he's going to be off on the swing. Dom just kind of froze up on that one. I thought he was going to give her a shot. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second. There he goes. There he goes. That's what we like to see.
And he's going to go into second. Oh, I think they had a shot at him.
I thought they did too.
So Hendrickson scores from second on his base hit.
Karoon comes through with a base hit and an RBI to left field. Merlin Hibbs steps in.
11-3 now. Cardinals leading. Over to Bruce, Red Raiders.
Swing and a miss. Merlin Hibbs has singled and was safe on a fielder's choice. Officially 1 for 2. Called strike. Merlin down in the count, 0-2.
Just put it in play.
And that is out number 3, but the Cardinals send 8 batters to the plate, managed to put across 1, 2, 3, 4 runs. So after 3 complete innings, Cardinals 11, Bruce Raiders 3, 11-3.
You know, and they'll have the 8-9-1 hitters, so the top of the order will get another crack at it.
You bet.
And if they can hold Bruce here and score 2 runs, they can only have to go 5 innings.
Yeah, that'd be good. That would save some pitching numbers.
That's the key. That's why you basically think, well, let's just play 7. Well, you really can't because, like you say, the pitching.
That's with pitch count factoring so importantly into, especially in a small school setting like this. I mean, if you're a Division I program and you've got 5 kids that can throw and you know, but boy, you don't have a great deal of depth usually at that pitching spot. So you have to make judicious use of your pitching staff with that pitch count.
Because if you were to say, well, let's just play 7 and you bring in a different pitcher and the team comes back and beats you, So basically, you got to give her up after 5 if you're up by 10.
Zach Ladwig steps in. First baseman for the Raiders. He walked his first time up. This is the top of inning number 4. I think, was that a ball or a strike?
Ball.
Ball one, I thought. There's a swing.
Should be 2-1, I believe.
2-1. All right. 2 balls and a strike. Didn't miss by much. Count goes to 3-1. In the dirt. Base on balls.
Didn't give it much of a chance there.
For the second time, Zach reaches first on a walk. Drew Schaefer, the third baseman, number 21. Whoops, it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter here. I'm not sure who it is. Number 17. Let me look on this official roster. And, of course, I don't have a number 17 on the official roster. Thank you very, very much.
Trouble with that in football and basketball. You want to give these kids credit,
Yeah.
talk about them.
And we don't. I mean, yesterday it was really great when Pete Johnson came in and handed us a roster with, 25 names on it with numbers. So we were able to keep track of those substitutions as they occur. So any coaches out there listening, a nice idea to, especially for broadcasters, we want to be able to give kids credit and recognize them.
Sounds like there's a siren going off out there.
Is it noon?
That's been going off like there's calling all fire departments.
Oh. Calling all fire departments. Probably somebody working in the yard, raking leaves.
Somebody decided they were going to burn their leaves, and they're burning their house.
Called strike 3.
One down. Brings up Dan, designated hitter, number 12. Dan singled his last time up. He singled to left field. A little outside. I don't hear that.
No, I don't hear it.
I don't
no.
hear sirens, but that's
I did when Zen said it.
nothing new. Fouls off a high pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Base hit.
Second time, and that's about the same place that he hit last time. He's got two base hits
I could tell
to
by
left field.
the reaction of Wyatt. I knew it was through.
Leadoff batter, number 11, Isaac Minton, or Minton Isaac, as the case may be. Trouble. Big trouble. Big trouble. Oh, man.
Man, here
Here
comes
we
the
go.
circus.
Here we go. Every time the Calliope starts playing, the circus is in town. 1 run across.
Could have had him 3 times, Marty.
So we've got runners at first and second, 1 run in, and 1 out here
What you got? Nobody touched it, so you got to give
in the top of the 4th. Yeah,
a hit and then an error on the second baseman on the throw, I suppose.
stop. This is Sawyer Gerber at the plate. Unassisted to Reynolds his first time at bat, and then had a double his last time up. Well hit.
Good job by Merlin.
Center fielder Merlin Hibbs
2 outs.
makes the play. 2 down. Shortstop Kevin Brockman steps in.
I think with this wind, I think every fly ball is a challenge,
It's an adventure.
especially on the right side. It seems like it's blowing across that way.
Brockman has struck out twice. Another pickoff attempt. Levi to Gage.
Was it a strike?
I guess that was,
I think he swung. Another good stop. I heard my bird chirping. Let's see what important information. Fouled back. It's a note from my son. Greendale softball girls, I think, are playing in a Saturday tournament.
is he the head or the assistant?
He's the assistant. He took a foul ball in the dugout. Well, what was that, about a week or so ago, where they sit on the pails and they're calling pitches and whap. He looked like he ran into Joe Frazier right on the lips.
Oh no!
Yeah. Ooh, pitch up in his eyes. Johansson, gotta go. Ooh, close play. Called him safe.
Yeah. I'd argue, but I'm agreeing with him. It's infield hit.
Bases are loaded.
Here's a good story, Marty. There's a guy down there. I don't know if I just saw him here a little bit ago. He won the 50-50 raffle a year ago here. And he
Popped up. Come on down. Find it. Oh, no. Oh, boy.
extra outs.
Oh, boy, oh, boy. Foul ball. No, should have had that one. But again, there's that inexperience.
Yeah. And like I said, the wind's playing a little bit of tricks, but maybe there's a case where Gage should have called him out.
Yes.
But,
Yep. Okay, your story.
and,
50-50 winner last year.
Yeah, and he came back and said, I didn't win. It says here it was supposed to be a blue card, Queen of Hearts.
Yeah.
This is a red card, Queen of Hearts. And he said, so I'm returning the $35.
For real?
Honest to God. I would have believed my daughter anyway, but I saw him do it.
Wow.
And $35 would have been real easy just to put it in your pocket.
Absolutely.
And never say another word. And then to give it back.
That's a great story. Bases loaded, no place to go here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he struck him out. Tchaikovsky goes down swinging to end the inning with the sacks loaded. Only 1 run in, Dennis.
Yeah, they got lucky there. Missing that foul ball usually gives them extra life, you know. 8-9-1 for the Cards, so.
Cardinals coming to bat here in the home half of inning number 4.
Ader, Hutton, and Wyatt Jensen.
They're up 11-4. Keep the pressure on.
Yep, get a couple now, get a couple next inning, and we can all go home.
Take my late afternoon nap, my warm-up for my evening sleep.
Well, I'll tell you what was a killer for me was when the Brewers went out to the West Coast. You know, you want to stay awake and stay awake.
Those-
and midnight, 1 o'clock, and it's like, oh, go to bed.
You know, as a kid, when they, what year was it? Was it 58 or whenever the two New York teams left? You know, the Dodgers and the Giants went to L.A. and San Francisco. I would go to bed with my little transistor radio and my earphones, and I could never stay awake. Blaine Walsh and Earl Gillespie covering the Milwaukee Braves games, and I just couldn't make it. It was.
Well, I either got Herb Carniel in Halsey Hall, or I had to get Jack Buck out of Camo X St. Louis.
There you go.
Couldn't get Milwaukee, but I could get St. Louis.
That's true. Superstation, 50,000 watts. I remember listening to St. Louis Hawks basketball games. Bob Pettit, Cliff Hagan on KMOX.
Connie Hawkins ever play for the Hawks, or not till they?
Connie Hawkins, did he play for the Suns, for Phoenix? He had an interesting history. He was kind of an outlaw, and
What, in the NBA?
but this was back in the days when it was.
Not as cool.
Yeah, it was. Looks like we got a new pitcher out there. He's going to be throwing a southpaw at us. Number 2. Let me see. That's Brady. That's Brady Gauthier on my program, but it's not Gauthier because Gauthier was number
Right
12. Gauthier was 15. Number 2. I don't have any idea who this kid is, but he's out there. Aider at the plate. Freshman. Getting some court time here. Getting some diamond time as a freshman. That's extra special too.
Hey, you got a couple freshmen out there.
One ball, 2 strikes to Braden. Goes down swinging.
For the first out of the inning. And let's see if Hutton can set a table here for the top of the order.
Last time up, he walked and scored.
Only the 6, 7, 8 men haven't scored.
Pitch is high.
And the first through 5 batters have scored multiple times. Each one's have scored twice, except for Levi scored 3 times.
Chased a pitch out of the strike zone. Jared finds himself 1-1. 2-1. Three and 1.
Done a nice job in that 9-hole, Hutton. Got on with the air.
And walked. It's been on twice. Oh, he pitched. He chased ball 4. He knows it. Everybody wants to hit the ball.
Yeah. I take a walk.
There it is. And Jared Hutton, for the 3rd time today, finds a spot for him down there at third base. That's nice when your number 9 hitter is on 3 times.
Yeah, exactly. Where Wyatt's got the right field line all to himself.
1 on that first pitch. Wyatt checking out the signs. Hutton hanging around first base. Don't do anything outrageous. We've got some pretty good sticks coming up here. Let's see if we can put a few more runs on the board here. Got the force out at second. 4-6. And fielder's choice for Wyatt. 2 down. Johansson comes to the plate.
Giving the ball a ride.
That one is on the turf out in left field. That didn't take long.
No, he remains hot.
First and second for Levi.
Levi would like to get one to hit. Kind of been pitching around him. I've been impressed with the patience that Levi has showed. When you're a good hitter like that, you want to chase and hit the ball, but showed good discipline at the plate.
Looking at number 5, was that Joe DiMaggio for the Yankees? That's going to bring in a run.
Yep. And a nice job getting that RBI by Levi on a hit.
Little brother crosses home plate with another run.
For the third time. Johansson goes to second and Jensen at first.
Riley Reynolds, last time, put the ball deep to left field. Stayed in the park, caught by the left fielder. Foul ball at the plate.
Well, if Levi scores, they're 3 outs away, Marty.
13. Gotta get
3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 to 4.
Well, they're moving up.
And now the time, I don't want to say winning runs at second.
12 to 4 here in the home half of inning number 4. We got runners on second and third. We've got 2 outs.
No, with 2 outs, base hit will probably score Levi from second.
Pass ball, he might score. Oh. Rally a little bit out of rhythm on that. 1 ball, 2 strikes, says the man in blue. Two and 2. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on.
2 runs to go.
Count goes full.
He'll definitely be off on the contact. Otherwise, there's really nowhere to go if he walks. In the middle of the track, or the football field.
A little out in front of that one. But swinging at strikes, that's what you want to do. You got the count full on you, you gotta take your chances. Protect the dish. There it is, ball 4. And Riley draws the base on balls, so that loads him up for Hendrickson. Derek. Come on, Big D. pitch. Johansson at third, taking a generous lead. He's looking to maybe score on a pass ball, a wild pitch. He's thinking about it anyway. They're really not checking him.
Well, with the bases full and a 2-0 count, I don't think he's going to go anywhere. Unless you say a pass ball and you got a good jump.
Canuck. That rattled the fillings off the face mask of the catcher.
Tough nut. Didn't hardly even shake it off.
Blue stepped out, said a little word to him. How you doing? Good.
3-1.
3-1. No room. There's no room out on the bases. We're jammed up. I got to believe Derek's going to be taken regardless of where this pitch is.
I would think also.
That's what we know, right?
And there's going to be some runs.
That's going to clean them up. That's going to clean up the bases. 3 runs.
3-run triple.
That shows you what we know about taking that pitch, right?
I said swing all the way.
Wow, that's huge. Derek Hendrickson comes through with a bases clearing triple. Cardinals now put 4 runs on the board.
Well, you know, he's come through not only with the bat, but he's also his throwing arm. I mean, sometimes last year he had a hard time catching a pop-up in his glove.
I remember that. He struggled.
And when I went to Shell Lake to watch the game, he made an over-the-shoulder Willie Mays catch.
Really?
Of course, he dropped one in his glove the first time, but...
Who hit that shot?
Robbie Thompson.
Vic Wirtz. 1954 World Series. Against the Cleveland Indians. Cleveland won 111 games that year.
You know what I don't understand?
And were swept in the series 4 straight.
Why don't they talk with Willie Mays more and Hank Aaron and these guys? They wait till they die and then talk about them.
You know, there is a lot to that. You know, we're caught up with the contemporary stars, but these guys, especially the African-American players that were playing at that time, they were, pioneers not only in terms of their athletic skills, but being black athletes in what had previously been an all-white sport.
What would a 25-year-old Willie Mays get contract nowadays?
Oh, I mean, it's...
Or a Mickey Mantle or any of those past superstars. Ted Williams. I mean, they were getting $100,000. That was like, $100 million back then, really.
Well, and I mean, when you think of like Ted Williams, I mean, he lost time to World War II. He served in the war, and I think he may have served in Korea as well. Those baseball pioneers. Sometimes I don't think get the credit they deserve. Well, here we go, Dom. Dominic Caroon, third baseman, steps in. Had an RBI single last time up. Trouble. And he reaches.
Well, you got a left-handed third baseman now with the pitcher going to third base.
That's got to be an E5. Another run in for the Cardinals. 16-4. Well, we might see an early ending to the festivities here. We'll see. Time will tell. Another hit. Merlin goes to right field.
He's got 2 outs.
I got 2 outs.
Yep, 2 outs. And Ader gets another shot at it. He comes to the plate for the second time this inning.
It was the first 2 outs of the inning.
Come back to the pitcher, and 1-3 ends the inning finally as the Cardinals send 10 batters to the plate. 10 batters and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-run inning. And the Cardinals. Let's count them up here, make sure we're scoring right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16-4.
2 outs, they scored the 5 runs in a row.
Dusty up here.
5 runs in a row after 2 were out.
Yeah, that's right. But there's that strength at the top of our order. Our top of our order is really...
Levi Jensen scored 4 times today. This game.
Yeah, in this game, that's right.
3 runs for Wyatt, 3 for Gage,
yeah.
4 for Levi, 3 for Hendrickson.
Derek has got 3 scores. So
2 from Reynolds and 1 from Jared.
the top of the order has been very productive.
Top 5 hitters.
Now we got Johansson, we got Gage coming in, hopefully, to put the kibosh here in the 5th inning. We'll see what the Raiders do in terms of who they're putting up. If they don't send a pinch hitter up, it's the catcher. Catcher Schaefer.
Read it off. Where's the microphone?
What is this called?
Ace of Spades. That will do it. Main card is, what's this? Blue. Ace of Spades. Blue card.
You guys, I'm gonna mess up.
Bentley will do it. Bentley.
Nah, he doesn't want. You got you. I'll mess up.
The winning. Can you hear that?
Never said
You're on button.
for 1.
The one all the way to the right.
Power button.
One slider.
It's got to go green.
To your right. Yeah, move it out of the way. Just lift
Johansson. Ball 1.
the slider. Oh.
Yeah, slide all the way up.
Fly ball to left field. And Schaefer homers.
The 50-50 raffle. Blue card, Ace of Spades. Come to the garage door and collect your money. Ace of Spades, blue card. Well, the first pitch yesterday Gage threw, they got a run on a pass ball.
That's right. Wow. Schaefer really jumped all over that pitch. And so that moves it to an 11-run lead. Called strike on the outside corner.
Well, I know the boys were talking about that catcher hitting a home run here
It's like it's Mr.
last week.
I won it.
Who won it?
Mr. Jensen. Jake Jensen.
Rich get richer.
Gage ahead in the count. 0-2. I believe it's 0-2. Just a little outside.
Just a bit inside.
2-2. Got to stay after it. I'd like to see Gage keep his pitch numbers down here. We were kind of thinking he was ready to go tomorrow.
And Merlin, nice
Merlin.
running grab.
Runs down a shot in the gap in left center.
Boy, he's playing a nice center field. You know, last year they had Jack Johansson
Yep.
that could run everything down like a antelope.
Yep. Number 24, whose name I don't have on my roster, is stepped in. First pitch is high for a ball. One down. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Fouled back. Gauge ahead in the count. See if he can put him in the book with a third strike here.
Ooh.
Batter held back on it. Called the ball 2-2.
See how Levi keeps that glove there to give him a kind of a second look?
Yeah. What do you think, Blue? A little bit outside. Full count. Had him in a hole.
Yeah, he's got to throw at only 29 pitches he's allowed to be able to pitch on Monday.
And I've got to believe they're counting him in the dugout.
Oh, you bet they are.
Fouled back. We got Mr. Osprey flying around the infield at this time.
A little
Checking
mad.
it out. Base hit over the shortstop's head. These guys are not going down without a fight.
I would expect nothing less.
Runner at first, one out, one run in. Cardinals up 16-5. Pickoff. Ooh, that was a nice move.
I just don't think the guy at first was ready. They almost picked him off. Didn't have a very big lead.
Swing and a miss. Strike one.
This is Drew Schaefer. He has struck out twice.
It's not Drew Schaefer. Drew Schaefer's 21.
Who's 17?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
He's the guy that came in for Drew. Ooh, close.
I'm surprised the batter took that one. He likes it there. Nice and low.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on first. Top half of inning number 5.
Same spot,
Same call.
same result. There's the same spot, but this time he swung at it.
There we go. 9-hitter coming in. This is the guy that goes to left field. He's a left-handed batter, and he's got 2 singles to left field. So we'll see if we can get him out. He hasn't made it out yet.
You're shading him a little bit to the left. No sense worrying about him, Gage.
Whoa. That wind is really picking up here. High and outside.
The runner at first really means nothing. He would be still a 10-run lead. It is 16-5. So the batter's who you're worried about.
Well, if the Cardinals manage to come back and get the 10-run rule, that's redemption after their first game.
So especially with a team that's coming in, leading the Lakeland Conference.
Yeah, only 1 loss, according to Sports. balls and a strike.
That does not have a low strike zone at all. I gotta believe this guy's taking all the way. Ninth batter.
Ninth batter, but he's been their best hitter. 2 for 2 today. Oh, gosh, I didn't see where that one missed, but that's why we're up here. Runners at first and second and 2 men out.
The way we've umpired today, maybe you and I should be partnered up. We haven't missed a call.
We would have a very short career, I'm afraid, Dennis.
As long as you do all behind the plate.
I do well behind the plate as long as there's a pile of food on it, but that's my strength. Man. Gage is struggling here. 2 balls.
Well, he's got to be getting in the 20s.
He's throwing a lot of pitches. Chase the high pitch.
Well, I'm surprised when you get 2 balls on you, how you go after I'd make him throw a strike.
Yeah. This is Isaac Minter, who has scored 2 runs for the...
Now he's got 2 strikes on him, so if he can get the sneak one by him here.
He's got 2 hits on a day, 2 singles. He walked, singled, and has scored 2 runs.
Yes, he has.
So he's done his part at the top of the order for the Bruce Red Raiders.
Good white car. Oh, just over.
That was close. Well, it was a late swing, but he got a piece of it. Well, if he throws 49 pitches, he gets 1 day off, and tomorrow's Sunday. So I guess it's doable. And there's a base hit to load the bases.
Well, he's been on 4 times.
Bases are loaded for Gerber. Gerber has a double.
And scored a run.
In his second at bat. Grounded out to Runnels at first and flew out. Flew out to Merlin in center field. Swing and a miss.
There's a long,
Trouble. That's real trouble. That might be the big salami.
It's a grand slam, Marty.
It is the grand salami. Wow. Wowza.
Two home runs in the inning.
That's 5 runs in the inning.
16-9. So much for your ace and relief.
Yeah.
Better off starting.
Kevin Brockman, number 14, has singled and struck out twice. Well, that pitch count is going to be pretty critical here to see whether he comes out again. Popped up. Shortstop.
He went a long ways for it, but
That's okay. Finally.
you know, all the cards. 9-1-2.
5 runs.
Can they score 3?
5-run inning. So, as the Cardinals come to bat, in their half of inning number 5, home half of inning number 5, they find themselves with a lead, 16-9, but what had been what did they have? They had a 12-run lead before this inning.
Yep, and now it's 7. Well, if the 9-batter gets on like he has been doing, or has done once, I guess, then it's that top of the order who's really, really done well.
Actually, Jared's been on 3 times. No. What is that right there?
He's 6, yeah.
2 base on balls and on via an error. So he's been on base 3 times. So he's been able to get himself aboard.
This is another new pitcher.
Number 14, let's see, do I have him on my roster? Brockman, according to
That's the shortstop.
one sheet of paper that I have.
Yeah, shortstop.
Yep, Kevin Brockman. Kevin is a senior. He'll graduate this year.
The catcher must have been on deck or something.
He's the one that hit the home run
Yeah, so what the heck was he doing?
to lead off the inning. It looks like
He was on deck. No.
they've got a new catcher, and that's number 2.
Oh, yeah. Must have hurt himself around on the bases on that home run jog.
Well, Cardinals, let's see how we respond here to a little bit of adversity.
My thought is if they come back out, Levi might have to pitch. And he got roughed up.
First pitch to Hutton is fouled off. Out of play. And there's something you don't see every day, a left-handed catcher.
I don't like it. That is just too weird.
It's like a left-handed shortstop.
Yep.
Ooh, took a little off that, little breaking ball. Had him fooled. So Jared Hutton goes down for the first time today. Brings up Wyatt Jensen, who has been busy on the bathed path with 3 runs scored. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Ball 2.
Well, he knows that they need base runners. They're all smart, and I'm sure Coach Humpel said we need 3, and then you're free.
In the dirt, ball 3. See if he throws him a little off-speed breaking ball here, just to get him to bite. No, in the dirt. Ball 4.
Well, you know, now you got what I like about the top of the order. with Wyatt and Gage and Levi, they run.
That's true.
They're going to run. Levi is the winning run.
Going to put a lot of pressure on the infield as well as the catcher, a left-handed catcher no less.
Especially when you got, he's got that right-handed batter. If they steal, to go over, go around. If they're going to make him throw a strike here, I would.
First pitch is a ball. Johansson looking down for signs. Ground ball.
Is that going to be tough?
I think is that our catcher. Our catcher's now playing third base. That's why.
Infield hit.
Moves Wyatt up to second, and here comes Levi. Little home run here now, huh?
That's one swing, Levi. Yeah, that is a catcher at third base.
They won't get two.
Fielder's choice on Gage.
White is on third.
Well, you got to get Levi running soon and see if they can't make a air and get a couple runs in here. And there he goes.
He's in there.
Ooh.
He got back. It was a close play, but
If he'd have called him out, I wouldn't have argued. He was in no man's land.
Come on, Riley. Let's do a Turtle Lake instant replay here. 3-run tater for a walk-off. Let's make it happen. Third baseman. No.
Dropped it.
Oh, he called him out.
What? He dropped it.
He called him out.
What was that all about?
Cardinals failed to score?
Yes, they did. Well, that was the top of their order, so.
We go to the top of inning number 6.
You hope that Bruce goes down harmless.
Gage is back out there.
Sorry about that.
Sorry, I just blew out both my eardrums.
It just sneaks up on you.
We need one of those cough buttons.
Or I could take them off.
Or put your hand over the mic. Lots of things after the fact that could have been done, but none were, so the beat goes on. Boy. Hopefully the momentum that the Bruce baseball boys enjoyed in the last inning will be short-lived. They could make a game of this yet.
Well, I'm a little bit surprised at how Gage has come in relief, and the other teams have hit him pretty good. He's a pretty darn good pitcher.
Connor Chikulski steps in. Singled in the first. Reached base on an error and struck out. Swing and a miss, strike one. Strike two.
Swung in a low one there.
Way ahead in the count. But here again with the pitching count going on, do you waste pitches or do you just
There you go.
keep throwing strikes? He keeps throwing strikes, and Chikowski, for the second time, goes down with a swinging strike.
Well, here's the dude that started it all off.
Yeah. Now playing third base, Kurt Schaefer. Home run his last time up, and it wasn't a cheap one. That baby carried well out to right center. Was it right center?
Left center.
Left center. The other guy hit to right center. That was Gerber that hit to right center.
His wasn't cheap either.
No, that wasn't. That was well into the pinery.
Well, it was very important that they got that leadoff man.
Popped up.
Gonna go foul.
That ball carried very well for not being hit all that hard.
Gotta believe this guy's a pretty strong dude. A little bit smaller than Matt Albers. This guy looks like he's built. And he walked him.
This Schaefer kid, I wonder if he's, I see he's a senior. I wonder if he's going to be in the 8-man All-Star football event. I think Bruce had players that are going to be in that. Double play. Get the lead one.
Nice done. Nice job. Nicely done.
Take that lead runner and erase him. We got 2 outs. Called strike 1.
Yeah, he's just warming up a little bit. It's much more around the plate here these last couple batters.
Fouled back. Way ahead in the count. 0-2. Steps off the rubber. Called strike 3. That was right down Park Avenue.
That was a good inning.
Very good inning. So that takes care of Bruce in the 6th inning. Now the Cardinals. Coming to bat. Let's see. We'll have Hendrickson, Caroon, and Hibbs in that order.
Hendrickson's had a good day. He had the triple. Bases clearing triple.
Yeah.
That looms very important now. I mean, they needed those 3 runs.
Checking the pitch count in the dugout, I'm sure. That's the thing with these, with these kind of tournament events. You're asking your kids, rather than having a single game in a day, they get 2 games in a day. It's not like it's not like fast pitch where they can throw unlimited innings forever, but you're on that pitch count. That has to be part of your strategy. Who you pitch when, how long you pitch them, etc.
You can't pitch them until your one arm is 6 inches longer anymore.
And frankly, that's a good thing.
Yep.
I mean, these kids are still growing, and no sense in causing extra wear and tear. I mean, you look at Major League pitching today, how many times do you see pitchers pulled with less than 100 pitches? And these guys do it for a living. You know, I think about the old timers like Moore and Spahn. You know, how many pitches those guys threw.
Unlimited.
I know. I mean, they were just out there. And foul ball. Tarek Hendrickson at the plate. Has scored 3 times. Has been an RBI factory for the Cardinals.
Wind is really picking up.
That wind is really rolling. Base hit, right field. It's keeping that streak going. Dominic Kroon steps in.
Oop.
All my paperwork here is ready to be blown into the football field.
Oh, there's another hit for
That's deep. That's real deep.
home run.
How about that? Dom Caroon goes downtown.
And Hendrickson, or Jeremy Jensen, the assistant coach, had to tell him it was a home run. Go around.
Wow. There is.
Well, we knew once he got his strength. I mean, he's a very strong kid. He's a wrestler. And Dominic Caroon gave it a boom. And we'll be out of here soon.
Wow. One more run. One more run will get us there.
Nobody out.
It's his first year of baseball, too.
Yeah, that's going to motivate him.
I know he's been motivated in the weight room.
That was almost a no-doubter.
Do you think that little wind had anything to do with that one? I think it helped, based on the way our paperwork is moving here on the table, but that's okay. All right, Merlin, shorten up that swing. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Get on base.
Nobody out, that's right. Find a way. Strike 3. First out for the Cardinals here in the home half of inning number 6. Braden Ader steps in.
That's a fair ball.
That's a fair ball. You bet it's a fair ball.
Stand-up double for Ader.
Well hit. Right down the line. Right down the line.
The catcher begged for foul, but it was fair. No doubt. That umpire does a nice job getting in angles. And
Yep. Here comes Mr. Hutton. Jared Hutton at the plate for the Cardinals. We've got Ader on second base after that nice opposite field double down the right field line. Whoa!
boinked him.
Whoa!
was just going to say, get on any way you can and give that top of the order a chance to end this game. The winning run is at second, and by that I mean the 10-run rule.
Yeah.
And Wyatt, who will be the pitcher of record as far as win, can end it.
But look at the situation.
Yeah, that doggone infield fly rule.
Infield fly rule.
Yeah, he hits it too hard to do that.
Okay.
He's just like when he pitches. He gives his whole body, everything into it.
He just uncoils at that pitch. One and one. Oh my goodness. There goes the infield fly rule.
Pass ball. You gonna give him a pass ball?
Pass ball. He couldn't have caught that on a stepladder. That was about as wild a pitch as you're going to see, at least in terms of elevation.
No, they're going to take him out. That winning run is at third base, right? Yeah. Now try your suicide squeeze. You got a great hitter up.
I don't know. I don't think I'd gamble with a freshman on third.
Yeah, that's a great point. If it was somebody like Levi or Gage.
That's it. You know, you gotta count on your sticks here, and who knows, they may elect to load the bases here. Give Wyatt an automatic pass to pay.
They told the outfield to come in.
Trying to cut everything off.
Now the way that Wyatt hits the ball into the gaps.
Foul ball. I thought he said the count was 2-2.
2-2.
2-2.
See, when you foul ball and it's two strikes, it remains two strikes.
I know, but on the scoreboard here, I'm giving
Giving
our scorer here a hard time. Uh-oh. It's in the dirt.
Go. And they throw it away, and that's the ball game.
There it is. There it is.
Wyatt wins it on a strikeout.
Wow. Strikeout, and the catcher throws the ball into right field. Wow.
E2. Strikeout. Yes.
Well, a long day of baseball here for fans and players alike. We had the easy job sitting up here and calling the game from the booth.
Well, I am excited about Monday night, a game that counts, in conference and knowing the players and all that kind of good stuff.
Well, and Unity has beaten the Cardinals. So,
7-4.
So there's a little incentive there, and I believe that they were, well, before last night they were tied in the conference, and then Grantsburg knocks off luck yesterday.
Well, you don't get a trophy for second, and Webster's already got a 3 or 4 game lead with.
Yeah.
So it's Webster, and then there's everybody else.
That's right.
And they keep knocking each other off.
We'll see you guys.
Thanks, Zen.
Mr. Zen, thank you so much. Made the trip up here from Barron just to help out today. That's
Watch his friends.
That's above and beyond the call of duty. So the Cardinals finally 19-9 take the second game in their varsity series today. They lost the first game to a very good hitting and solid St. Croix Central team. So any last minute comments?
I think it'll give them a little bit of confidence for Monday night that they ended on a 10-run rule and they weren't on the bad end of it. So nice job by the Cards today, and wish them luck Monday night. We'll be here.
We will be here, 5 o'clock game, is that correct?
That is correct.
5 o'clock on Monday. We'll give a tip of the hat out there to Aaron Argis for the job he does with all the camera work.
Just the master.
The camera work and graphics. And so with that, we will bid a fond farewell to our fans, and we'll see you Monday night for Luck versus Unity here from Luck.
All right, thank you.
Good night.